entertain my loyalty to infiltrate the only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I again. Gone, feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze.
Well, I tell you what, we have an absolutely perfect Midwestern afternoon for football, and EA Sports brings you coverage of the NFL from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here we go. Hey, check Megan. Go red. Black block. Blue check. Check pink. Shot 17. Yellow, blue. Opposite, green. Check, huh?
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll take that, 14 yards on play number 1.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Trouble, 38.
Back to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
On 2. 11 MT, 11 MT. Thomas.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 25. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
11.
Now it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. $54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 35. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And he can't do it all on one throw.
They begin with a run by Mixon. Shreds him with a stiff arm. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
11.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Bengals sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 12. 11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Mixon. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. And the pitch goes to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. Post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Hey, red, field, black. Red, yellow. Cut.
2nd and 5. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On now to punt, here's Bradley Pinion. It's taken to the 26. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball. And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Here we go, here we go.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
The question for Mixon was after an injury-riddled 2020. Here we go. Would he be back to his old self in 2021? And not only was he back, he was even better. He set career highs across the board, finished top 4 league-wide in yardage and touchdowns.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Here we go.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Burrow looking to pass. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
On third down, Burrow. And this one is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Down.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
First down, here's the run with Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They run the counter with Cook. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Deshaun Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds.
When the members on and get it going, Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong, like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm a brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the league, but you ain't hooping around and tearing out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, only thing you do.
Well, I tell you what, we have an absolutely perfect Midwestern afternoon for football, and EA Sports brings you coverage of the NFL from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone.
Here we go.
They start the drive with Cook. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
11 mighty.
Now movement already. So a flag down here on our very first play.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start.
11.
Mixon running wide side. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Second down and goal. Burrow. And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing third and goal. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another third and goal.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Excellent play there by Arnold Ebiketie to meet him behind the line for a loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
11 MT, paint. 11 MT, paint. 11 MT, 11 MT. Stop.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. But how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield. A combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The Bengals sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And even though it's the offense at center stage now, there should be a spotlight shining on the defense because they're really the star of this show. A terrific game last week, able to pitch a shutout on the road. And I don't care who you play. That's a sign that you got a ball club firing at peak efficiency when both sides are working well.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here.
Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Cook up the gut. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley. 36 yards. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
11. 11 MT, hey! 11 MT, stop!
Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On one, ready? 11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow from his own end zone to Mixon on the check down. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And Cook has it, left side. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Okay, ready? Throw, 52.
2nd and 3. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jackson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. to throw now on first down. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They go play action here on first down. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Hey, move. Ultra. Go ultra. Move. Go.
Third down. Here's a run by Cook. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And that is no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Boy, that could have been a real momentum boost going into the break. You get into field goal position with a chance to seize the lead, but this one doesn't find the target, and they're unable to capitalize.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
11.
Again, it's Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Drop behind the line on a nice play by Deion Jones.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Well, looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here we go.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's caught by Jackson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
A give. This is Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end Pitts complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. They'll look to throw again. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with it.
And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ball game.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Give to Cook out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. He's got room at the 30. Down the right sideline. Touchdown! Deshaun Jackson, 49 yards. And the Falcons strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
11 MT. Hey, you gotta go score.
From midfield now, Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And some room to maneuver. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Here we go.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Ready, set.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Green Jack. Field blue.
He'll look to throw.
And complete to Drake London.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Here we go.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Back to throw here.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Chidobe with a pick, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
11 MT, hey! 11, got.
Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
11 mighty, 11 mighty. 12, 11 MT, 11 MT. 11 Thomas.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. That's caught by Pitts, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, man.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
On the line, ready? 11, 11, 11.
Here we go with Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here we go, here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Burrow. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer in a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here we go. Here we go. Flow, flow, flow.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because it just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Bengals, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.